Welcome back. I want to talk about Oprah Winfrey today. No matter what your feelings are about Oprah Winfrey, she is a powerful force in media. Coming from humble beginnings here in Nashville, Tennessee, starting on local news here, to getting her own television show, to producing movies, right? She has gifted millions of people, throughout her career in television, inspiring people. She's an inspiring figure. Right. So no matter what you feel about her, you got to look at her humble beginnings to where she is now. She's become the richest Black woman in the world. So she's a powerful force. I mean, she's given people homes. She's given people cars, lavish, cruises and trips around the world. Right. She was like one of the first people that kind of started that whole thing. Ellen started doing it, but like Oprah was the first. She's had countless amounts of celebrities on her show, and introduced us to people who we never would have heard of otherwise had it not been for Oprah, right? And so that's called the Oprah Effect. If you got a guest spot on Oprah's show, it was kind of like Johnny Carson back in the 70s. Like a lot of comedians got their notoriety and fame because of going on Johnny Carson. If he liked them, they were going to be a celebrity. Same thing with Oprah. Whether it was a book or a product, anything, you name it, it was going to be a smash hit. If you were selling something and Oprah promoted it, you were going to be a millionaire. So she did a lot of great for a lot of people, right? And we kind of look at Joe Rogan today. A lot of the people that go on Joe's show get the Joe Rogan effect, right? They get a little bit of a bump in notoriety. So with Oprah, she did a lot of great, but she also did a lot of harm, right? Because she brought us people like Jenny McCarthy, giving Jenny a platform on her show, and Jenny McCarthy, the actress, when Jenny went on her show to talk about indigo children, that she thought one of her son, was some magically gifted fairy, right? Until a few years later, she turned her stance and realized that he was autistic. And then it was all because of vaccines was why he was autistic. So, she gave Jenny a platform to promote how vaccines give everybody autism, right? And so that started that whole trend, and not just Jenny or herself alone or Oprah, but that was a part of that huge push against vaccines. So a lot of harm there. She gave this person a platform several times to promote this nonsense. She gave us John Edwards, the psychic medium, who charged outrageous amounts of money to lie to people, and like, keep giving me your money so I can tell you that your grandmother who passed away, 20 years ago still loves you. Like, it was just absolute nonsense. But all this stuff was really pushed towards low to middle income people who were gullible, and they lapped this stuff up because it gave them hope. When she promoted the book, The Secret, that became a national phenomenon, and if you don't know what this book is, it's a book that essentially tells you that you can manifest all the things that you want in your life. If you just think hard enough, if you wish it into existence, it will happen. The job that you want, you just have to see yourself doing that job, and then you'll get that job. You have to see yourself, getting the house of your dreams, and then it'll happen. Things will fall into place for you, or these dreams will become reality. But the thing that's disgusting about that book is if you take it to its full conclusion, because if you can wish it into existence, well, then what about all the kids that were dying of diseases and cancer? Is it that they just didn't wish hard enough? So that's, when you look at The Secret and really think about how idiotic that is, that if you can just wish something into existence and manifest it, well, then why couldn't you get rid of any illness that you have? Right. So that's why that's kind of BS. And we know that that's nonsense. She gifted us with Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil, these two crackpots, and gave them huge platforms to promote their nonsense. Dr. Oz peddling all these remedies for fat loss to, whatever. And in fact, had to go in front of Congress, admit that, well, it was kind of BS. Hey, I'm just trying to do a thing here, right? I'm just trying to run a show, and kind of got away scot clean from it. But she promoted him, made him the person he is today, and then denounces him recently, right? And when he was running for Senate or whatever it was in Pennsylvania. So like she promoted him, made him who he is, and then finally at the last minute, it's like, right? I think she apologized for having given him a platform. But one of the ones that a lot of people don't remember, and I do, is Suze Orman, the financial guru. She promoted her to where she is today. And her, Susie's former producer, I think her name is, I'm sorry, I'll put it in the links below. But she made a documentary a few years ago detailing how this woman, the producer, how she had kind of gotten Susie started off and to where she is today. Sharon Janis was Susie's former producer. And Susie had all these gold pump and dump schemes, so like back in the mid 2000s, it was like crypto back then was promoting gold. And she also had like a debit card or credit card that you can get involved in that would fix your credit, which it didn't do. Right. She was like, I have a credit card that is the only debit card that reports to all the agencies to boost your credit. And come to find out that was all a scam. And they preyed on the middle income and lower income people. So when you look at the list of all the people that Oprah platformed and brought into existence, that she manifested into our lives, did she do more damage than good? And I don't know, right? Like, how do you balance that out? Over 20 years of doing this, I don't have the numbers available to me to look at to figure out what is worse, the people that have defrauded other people that she promoted, or all the goodwill that she's brought. I'd say it probably kind of evens itself out. But no matter what you feel about Oprah, just keep that in mind, right? She's done some great things, but she's also brought us a lot of garbage too at the same time. So if there's a scam or something that about that Oprah promoted, leave me a comment down below and tell me, because these are the ones that I think of and that I remember that really got really big and popular. It was, like I said, The Secret, Suze Orman, and then all the psychics like John Edwards in the mid 2000s, because those became a cultural phenomenon. These guys just charging outrageous amounts of money, for telling you that they could talk to the dead, and it was all a scam, and people lost a lot of money. Because that's the thing, that I talk about all the time is, when you look at just about everything that's going on out there, it's just a way to separate you from your hard-earned money. So do more investigating, do more research, find out more about something before you just immediately buy into it. This is how we get all these, goofy conspiracy theories. One person of notoriety and a little bit of celebrity says something and we all believe in it. We got to stop being so gullible. Leave your comments down below. Thanks a lot for watching today. We'll talk to you next time on The John Malone Show.